Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Izmir, Turkey. It's the Basketball Champions League, and it's the playoff round of 16 clash between Pinar Karsiyaka and Besiktas Sompo Japan. Well, it's been a rocking and rolling season here in Karsiyaka, or rather Izmir, where this Karsiyaka team has a passionate fan base, and anybody that watched them play in the playoff qualifiers against Fraport Skyliners will know exactly how raucous this place can be. It doesn't matter how old they are, how young they are. This crowd comes to make noise, and I'll talk more about that later. So far in the playoff round of 16, not the playoff qualifiers, but the playoff round of 16, Ike edging that encounter, you could see. We also had EV Baskets drawing last night, 82-82 at home to Banvit, and now we've got the rest of the games that you're going to be seeing in this round of 16. So, as we look at this big crowd that is gathering here tonight, it is going to be an exciting one because it's a game between two Turkish teams, and without question, the coaches and the players, especially as this is a pressure-packed situation with it's a winner-take-all in terms of the tie. You know that everybody is going to leave it all hanging out. It's very exciting. So for Besiktas, who do we want to look at? Earl Clark has been fantastic this season, as has Vladimir Stimac, the Serbia international. Michael Thompson, the point guard. Michael Roll, the combo guard, has been terrific. DJ Strawberry, Kenan Sipahi, all up and down that list. Kyle Weems as well, hitting the buzzer beater against Dinamo Sassari amongst his big plays all season long. This is a Besiktas team that is built to win. And the question is, can they win a tie against a very dangerous Pinar Karsiyaka team? Well, Pinar Karsiyaka, Brent Petway up at the top, hasn't had perhaps the impact that we've seen him have in Europe over the years. Mohamed Baigul has been very impressive. Jay Coven Brown, boy, he was great in the playoff qualifiers. Panitka, solid. Josh Owens, the big man down low. Dewan Summers. It is a Pinar Karsiyaka team that is also built to win. And I think all bets are off looking at this tie as to who is actually to go ahead and win and progress to the quarterfinals. There's Dewan Summers warming up. If you look back at Pinar Karsiyaka, they actually fell behind on the road in Frankfurt, Germany, against Fraport Skyliners in the first meeting between the two teams, and they lost 90-80. What happened in the second leg? Well, they returned to Izmir, and they rolled to a decisive victory. They won 72-52, therefore getting a 10-point triumph on aggregate. Now, both of these teams played in the Turkish Cup, but it was another Basketball Champions League team that won the Turkish Cup, and that team was in action yesterday, Banvit. And looking at Banvit's situation, they trailed for much of their game, even double digits at EV Baskets Oldenburg, but they came back, and that first leg finished 82-all. We also saw PAOK winning at home last night over Iberostar Tenerife, 66-63, and Ike Athens won, of course, 69-68 over AS Monaco. Now, of course, that AS Monaco is a very good, dangerous team, and that one-point loss, well, some people will say that was a win for them. And just going back over, as you look at the players coming out to be introduced for Besiktas, again, the other games that'll be going on today will be Aris against Asvel, MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg at home to Neptunus Klaipeda, Dinamo Sassari against MSB Le Mans Sarth, Umana Raya Venezia going up against Avellino, and that will be that. So a lot of excitement so far here in the Basketball Champions League round of 16. We've already had the playoff qualifiers, and now this Besiktas team will take on a Pinar Karsiyaka team that has made it through the playoff qualifiers. And you can see this arena is just already hopping. The people coming in full voice and very excited to be here to watch this game and this inaugural campaign for the Basketball Champions League. Mohamed Baigul there, the young Turkish international, has certainly had some big moments this year. Maybe he'll be a key man in the tie. I think without question, Jacobin Brown coming out now, he's going to be big. He's been one of their best all-round performers all season. Panitka as well. Josh Owens has given them a veritable presence inside. And how about the young man, Karaman, who is just one of the really hot prospects coming up in Turkish basketball. Summers, here he is. You know he's going to log the big minutes as well. So we're just minutes away here. The start of Pinar Karsiyaka and Besiktas. There's the Ufuk Sarıca, the coach to the right of Besiktas, and then being met by Nenad Markovic, the coach of Pinar Karsiyaka. And I think by and large these fans, or rather these players, are buddies with their opponents tonight. They know each other well. You know, that 40 minutes is going to be tough, as you see Brown talking to DJ Strawberry. But once the game begins, it's going to be do anything and everything you can for 40 minutes to come out and get a win. Sarıca being hearing some applause, I think. I know there are some Besiktas fans that have made the trip here. The referees tonight, Antonio Conde there on the left from Spain, Arturas Šukis from Lithuania, and Saverio Lanzarini from Italy. Well, as you look back at some of the performances of the season for Besiktas, remember they finished top of their group, and Earl Clark, Steemat, Michael Thompson, Michael Roland Strawberry will be in the starting five. They started things off with a big win at Proxima Spir in Belgium. They were big winners at home over Partizan. They won by 15. There's Sarıca, the coach. And again, he will coach Turkey's national team this summer at the FIBA Eurobasket 2017. Besiktas then really made a statement when they went to Athens and won 88-78 over Ike. They returned home to go 4-0 with a 19-point triumph over Stelmet Zielona Gora. Starting five for Pinar Karsiyaka will be Green, Brown, Panitka, Josh Owens, and Summers. Besiktas did not lose a game in the Basketball Champions League until they got to game day 7. They went into that game at MHP Riesen Lubusburg 6-0, and they lost that one 89-83. Now, Nenad Markovic has to be applauded for how he turned things around for Pinar Karsiyaka. They've had some up and down results this season, but at the end of the day, his team is in the round of 16, and so far that's as far as any team has been able to go in this competition. And the way his team turned around that first leg deficit, you have to applaud him. He knew they were coming home, but he said it was imperative that they get back and that they show the ingredients, the necessary ingredients that you absolutely have to have every time you step onto the floor, and primarily talking about the intensity that his team has to have to be successful in this competition. So the three factors that he talked about, said Pinar Karsiyaka can beat any team in the Basketball Champions League. Certainly they can challenge for the title if they have their concentration, if they have their toughness, and if they give effort. And when they play like that, as they did in that second leg against Fraport Skyliners, Markovic says, we know we can beat any team in this league, in this competition. So here's the Besiktas fans. Made the trip to Izmir from Istanbul. What's interesting about this, it's also kind of an appetizer for what's going to come up in Turkey. between these two teams because Besiktas and Pinar Karsiyaka actually playing each other in the Turkish League on Saturday. And in case you're wondering, Karsiyaka won the first game between these two teams in the league. They were at home in this very arena, and they won 82-77. And you know who, not surprisingly, Jay Coven, downtown Brown, had 22 points, and Dewan Summers had 21, whereas not DJ Strawberry there, but Michael Thompson had 18 in defeat for Besiktas. There's Brown. Little pregame celebration between these two teams. Between these two players, rather. See that Steve Matz is taking a blow to the head. He's got some stitches. Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Izmir, Turkey. It's the Basketball Champions League, and it's the start of the round of 16 tie between Besiktas in black and Pinar Karsiyaka in the white. So Besiktas attacking the basket to the right of your screen, and already a turnover. Ball ends up in the hands of Mr. Mike Green, the point guard. Green hands it off to Panitka. Panitka gives it back to Summers. Now it's Green that has it. Now Panitka hands it off, and Owens has it knocked away. Now quickly coming the other way. And DJ Strawberry looks up. Gets inside, puts it up, and gets it back, puts it up again. He's swatted, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll continue to be Besiktas ball. Again, another look at that. Of course, 5-second violation, so that turns it over. And look at Sarica shouting at Strawberry, telling him to inbound the ball. Get it in bounds. Find somebody, anybody. Summers gets it right at the line, puts it up, and they chase down the rebound. Ball goes out, and it'll continue to be Pinar Karsiyaka ball. There's Strawberry, the son of Daryl Strawberry, famously played for the New York Mets in the day. The straw that stirred the New York Mets drink, as they say. The quick pass inside on the inbounds, and Panitka puts it up and in. So Besiktas had a hard time getting the ball in bounds, turned it over, whereas Pinar Karsiyaka inbounding and get a layup. And those are the first 2 points of the game. Juan Summers picks up his first foul. Earl Clark. Steve Matz. Besiktas trying to spread the court to get some penetration. Pass it back outside to Earl Clark. Earl Clark pulls up. Short little mid-range jumper. And Summers with the rebound. Green. Guarded by Thompson. Gets it over to Panitka. Over to Green. Wide open three-pointer. Off the back of the iron. Michael Roll now has it. Michael Roll has played several years in European basketball, but goes out of bounds. He's been naturalized by Tunisia and has played for their national team the last couple of summers. Former star at UCLA, you might remember if you're watching this in America. And Earl Clark puts it up from the baseline and knocks it in. He has been so very good this season for Besiktas. Now Brown loses it, and then Clark turns it right back over. Panitka has it, gets in the lane, and his pass hit out of bounds by Strawberry. Brown has it. It seemed like a delayed movement in the shot clock. And Panitka for three! And the Poland international opens his account from that left corner. Listen to this crowd. It is loud as loud can be. Roll, gets into the paint, hands it off to Thompson. Crowd wanted to travel. Thompson inside to Stimats, and Stimats is fouled down low by Green. No question about it. Green had his hands all over him. This was Panitka just stroking it. There's Markovic. He was quite a player himself in his day, as was Sricha. Turkish coach, played for Turkey. Entry pass to Stimats, back outside to Strawberry. Roll with the rebound. Roll gets inside, got into no man's land, and was threw the ball off the backboard. Now Green. Green looks like he's trying to post up Thompson a little, and Thompson fouls. And you can understand why Freiburg Skyliners kind of caved in early against Besiktas. I mean, this is an intimidating arena. The whiff of a title is in the air for both of these teams. These are two teams that can go all the way if they put it together at the right time. Summers gets inside and turns it over. Doesn't want to say too much to the ref. It's a real struggle defensively so far. Now Thompson puts it up. Green quickly gets it to the other end. Now Brown splits the defense, flies in. A little bit of shake and bake in the air there. The ball goes out of bounds. Thompson has it over to Clark. Strawberry gets it over to Thompson. Thompson puts up the jumper. Now Panitka has to bring it up because they denied Thompson the ball. Now Panitka has it knocked away. Look at Thompson, died for it. But the ball goes to Brown. An alley-oop pass. Summers. A little bit of Lob City here in Izmir. Besiktas felt like they deserved better on that one. But that's what happens if you don't come up with it and you're gambling. Sometimes you give away the easy one. Clark turns to his right. Green gets it to Panitka. Hands it off, and Owens misses. Pinar with the rebound, puts it up, and he's going to get a free throw to go with it. What a raucous environment. And Pinar, the right place at the right time. This is where Besiktas thought they might get the turnover, but they didn't, and this was the end result. The alley-oop pass from Brown to Summers. Well, Pinar, outstanding player and leading the scoring now. 6 points for him. And Karsiyaka up by 6. Kyle Weems, meanwhile, is checked in for Besiktas number 34. Clark. Ball goes out of bounds. Mohamed Baigul comes into the game. Boy, he has been fun to watch this year for Karsiyaka. He likes to get out and run. Thompson saves it. Gets it back now. Puts up a little runner. Stimats hands it off to Clark. And Clark misses. But Besiktas stay after it. And Stimats, the silver medal winner at the Olympics with Serbia, finally gets it to go down. And Owens, oh, nice move by him, just scoring with the left hand. Strawberry over to Clark, little step back, puts it up, gets it to go. Well, these guys play in Turkey, they know what it's like. They understand the hot atmosphere that exists in this league, which just seems to be getting better and better year after year. Pinar, he puts up a J. Good. Oh, great start by Pinar, 8 points. Now foul Mohamed Baigul. That's his first. Call for holding on Strawberry. And this is Stimats staying after it. Sadiq calling the play. Into Roll now. Roll. Backs up his man. And he draws the foul on Baigul. That's his second. Baigul says, "Don't take me out, coach. I got this." Another foul. He'll be coming out without question. So Karsiyaka predictably start fast, but they're only up by 6 now. Clark over to Weems, right at the line, and the follow by Stimats keeps it alive, doesn't get it to go down, and the ball goes over to Karsiyaka. See the shooting percentages inside the arc for both teams. And now Weems picks up his first personal. Of course, he played at Missouri State University. He's now 27 years of age. Kyle Weems. He's played in Germany, France, and he was with Strasbourg last year. Now he's here at Besiktas. Brown gets it over to Baigul. He goes to Green, and Green manufactures the basket on that drive. Looked like he was looking to pass, but he gets the layup. Roll, pretty quiet offensively. They switch on him. Weems for three. Good! Well, that's the three-pointer that we saw when he beat Dinamo Sassari at the buzzer in Italy earlier this season. That was in November 15th when he knocked in that famous shot, game day 5. And hey, the three-pointer from Green. So he's starting to heat up a little bit, and Karsiyaka now up by 9. Roll, his jumper, front of the rim, and Green bound. Less than a minute remaining. Green explodes in the lane, this time denied. Kenan Sipahi, the youngster in the game, denies. Turkish international. Now Weems might try to post up. No, he's going to get it to Sipahi. Oh, and Sipahi, the bank is open for Kenan Sipahi. What time is it? It's open late. Should have been closed by now, but he gets it back to 6. Now Jacob and Brown here, about a 7-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. So Besiktas might get it back if they can get a stop. Brown, good! They'll get it back, but they trail now by 9. Now they're going to have to hurry up. Clark right at the buzzer, and he only gets the backboard. So Karsiyaka, roared on by this home crowd here in Izmir, leading by 9 points here at the end of the first quarter. So you saw the shooting stats. They're the rebounds. Besiktas actually out-rebounding Karsiyaka. And they've got 6 offensive rebounds, but also shows you they've been missing it, missing their shots. Both teams with 3 turnovers. Here's some of the highlights. Brown with the alley-oop after Besiktas almost forced the turnover. And I don't know about you, but in this arena, I haven't heard at any moment quiet. It is just loud. It is rocking here in Karsiyaka, rather here in Izmir with Karsiyaka. Now, are they unbeatable, Karsiyaka at home? You ask. Well, they open up the season with a win, their first home game over Maccabi Ram Media by 9, but they did lose their second one to Le Mans, 79-66 back on November 16th. And they also lost at home to Kataya Basket, 84-66. So they haven't been perfect here, but they followed up those 2 losses at home with some big wins. They beat Oradea by 29. And then they won by 40 over Umanarai or Venezia. They won by 13 over Aftador Saratov, 7 over Kimmich, and 20, obviously, in their playoff qualifier here that they played against Fraport. Petway out to Summers. Summers! Three-pointer. Roll for three. And Roll just takes it away, puts it up and in. Boy, that was a heady play. They're just trying to stay within striking distance right now, because Karsiyaka is starting to play like a runaway train, and the steal, the reach, but Clark stepped out of bounds. Well, Karsiyaka so far 4 of 5 from three-point range. Besiktas just 1 of 4, and that's tells you a lot. 3 more threes, worth 9 points, and they got a 10-point lead. Now a pump fake by Pinar, gets it over to Green, and Clark all alone brings in the rebound. Sipahi now. Into Clark. Clark finds his way in there, gets the foul. He will go to the line for a three-point play. So Green once again fouls down on the low block, but this time doesn't prevent the basket. Green's like, ref, he's lowering his shoulder. I've got my feet set. The referee says he was there late. Green thinks he was there on time. Shanley's come into the game. There they are talking it over the refs. And Saricha, this is a vital part of the game here, because you know that Saricha's, they need to just stay within touch. As Markovic thinks we can really open up something here. We just got to keep the momentum going. Shanley picks up his first foul. Big man coming off the bench. Shanley guarding Petway, very athletic. Jacobin Brown. Petway. Now Baigul. Baigul probes the perimeter. His no look is picked off by Roll. And now to Weems, and Weems scores with an alley-oop layup. Weems goes old school. Look at him. He's excited. And that gets it back to a 5-point deficit. Look at Roll. I mean, he's doing a lot of little things, a couple of steals leading to baskets, and it was Sipahi who delivered the alley-oop pass. This is where Baigul was, in fact, telegraphing it. Roll just stepped in. And Weems gets the easiest 2 he'll ever score, hustling down the floor. Let's go down to the bench and hear Coach Markovic. Pinar with 10 points, leading the way.
Watch now. They can run zone. Hey, if they play 3-2 zone, okay. Guard, 5 men, 4 men. Play 4 corner setup. And be patient.
Clark with 7 points, Weems with 4. Sipahi with that banked in three-pointer. He made that deposit. But it's interesting, Roll kind of struggling with his shot right now. I think you know who that man is, don't you? He is one of the most famous Turkish basketball players you will ever see. Kerem Tunçeri played for Turkey famously. Their national team, 2010, when they finished runners-up to the USA here in Turkey. And quickly it goes. Almost a reverse jam by Petway, but he was fouled by Clark. Where Panitka delivered the bounce pass. And you have to wonder, did Petway, no, I guess that was the best angle for him to attempt that dunk. And Clark doing a good job saying, you know what? I'm going to make you earn this at the line. Petway makes both free throws. 31-year-old power forward. Sipahi gets it back over the roll as they get it across midcourt. Weems running the baseline. Now Shanley at the line. And Clark, is he going to try to go at Panitka? No, he's going to give it to Roll. 5 on the shot clock. Now Shanley, he gets a little bit of a mismatch, puts it up, follows the shot, gets it back. He's going to go right back up, loses it, going to go back up again, and still can't get it to go, but keeps it alive. Boy, he's really padding his rebounding stats. And now Shanley's called for a travel. And he's frustrated. Couldn't get it to go in, but it wasn't easy down low. But Besiktas arguing there should have been a foul called. Just looking here, I didn't see anything, to be honest. I think the referees were right. It's a man's game. You're surrounded by 2 or 3 guys. You got to pass it out, or you got to go up strong. You know, it's incredible to me that Petway hasn't had a game in double figures all season long in the Basketball Champions League. The caliber of player that he is. Played in some big-time games in Europe for Olympiacos. Jacob and Brown. They whip it, and shot clock violation. Good defensive stand that time for Besiktas. Brown, meanwhile, just 3 points. Now, out to Strawberry. Strawberry, you heard the twine, didn't you? It popped. Nothing but net. And gets that deficit back to 4. Brown. Baygul. Running out of time here. And Baygul struggling a bit. He's going to come out. Mike Green's going to come back into the game. I think Baygul trying to do something not really in his skill set there. And nevertheless, Besiktas having trailed by a lot more in this game. Their biggest deficit has been 12 points. They can now cut it to 2 or 1 if they hit a 3. Earl Clark pushed out by Brown, and Brown called for the foul. He's saying he was holding me. Let's have a look at this. I see they kind of got wrapped up. Summers. Summers back into the game. So we got timeout, and both of the teams retreat to the bench here to get some words of advice from the coach. Well, the field goal shooting is getting better for Besiktas. I mean, they're only shooting 40%, but you can see they've had a lot more attempts. And just how many more attempts? Well, if you remember, Stanley, unsuccessful. See the rebounds there, Besiktas with 12.
Not when he face from him, but around this area, force him to turn and come to trap card. Okay, just give the 5.
Well, Stanley's only got 2 rebounds. I thought he might have had 3 after that one trip down. Two offensive rebounds, Stanley. Well, somebody's said a joke to Strawberry. He was laughing away. This is no funny business, young man. Here he comes. Over to Weems, back. Now he's got it. He gets it inside to Stemats, and Brown knocks it out of Stemats's hands. And the alley-oop pass! And the dunk by Owens! Well, it really has become Lob City too, hasn't it? The way they get the ball inside to Owens. We've seen it twice already. And we've seen it also with Summers. Now Roll tries to answer, but clangs it off the rim. Just 2 threes for Besiktas. You can see 4 for Pinar Karsiyaka. Will it be 5? Nope. Summers misses, and Roll calls the play. Bounce pass into the corner. Strawberry pulls up. He's inside the arc. He nails the long jump shot. What an exciting environment this is. 5 points for the straw man. 9 offensive foul called on Summers. Now that was a look once again at Brown saying, you know what's coming, Owens. And Owens says, just give it to me. Roll over to Weems. Strawman gets in, takes the contact, and earns another trip to the free throw line. And that was a good call, the foul on Owens. Putting pressure on that interior defense of Pinar Karsiyaka, which got abused in the first game at Fraport Skyliners by Mike Morrison. He had 35 points. But they put that right in the second game. Morrison was nowhere near as effective. So Strawberry gets the first one to go and the second. And now we're back to a 2-point game. Green up high. Not much movement down low. They just got the ball out on the perimeter. And they were posting up Roll with Summers. Here he is again. And the long one from Brown, no good, and Stemats has it. And look at this, Besiktas. Remember, they trailed by 12 at one stage, now have a chance to pull level or even take the lead. Roll. Gets it to Strawberry. Strawberry puts it off the glass. And he's doing a little bit of talking on his way back down the court. Summers. Gets it inside, and Owens lays it up and in. Good play by Summers. Now Weems. Thompson. Gets in, puts up a little runner. It's good. Well, Owens is going up through the net that time to try to block it. It's not allowed. We're knotted at 31, just like we started, folks. And guess what? There will be no overtime in this game. If it ends tied, that's the score for the first leg. 2 shots coming the way for Owens. Weems raising his hand. Not sure why Stimac was so upset. This was Strawberry tying it. Yeah, the foul was indeed on Weems. So a chance for Owens to put his team back in front, and he does. And he makes both. Thompson over to Strawberry. Just inside the line. Took a little bit of contact from Roll. His own man. Stimac with the rebound. Clark goes baseline. Hello. He throws it down. Soared in with one hand. He said, "You're going to give me this? I'll take it." And knots it. And the answer from Mr. Green. He's now got 7 points. And good defense from Summers that time, as Clark couldn't hold off Summers. Turns it over. Now Owens goes right at Stimac. And Stimac called for a push. That was the replay where Clark went baseline. Not only did he beat Summers, but then he dunked it over Owens. And the free throw is good for Owens, so his team back in front by 3. And now back to a 4-point lead. Remember, this is the first leg. They'll also play the second leg in Istanbul at the home of Besiktas. So it'll be the halftime score, the final result of this game. It's the aggregate score that advances to the quarterfinals. And Strawman puts it up. Clark with the offensive rebound and putback. And now Green. Oh, they called the charge on Green. Strawberry thought he was going to get it. Excuse me, they called the block on Strawberry. Strawberry thought he was going to get the charge. He did kind of slide in perhaps a little bit too late there. And Green misses the first one. Second one, however, is good, so now it's a 3-point game with 1:35 to go. Well, short little jump hook, stays out, but they stick with it, and the basket is good. So Veseloglu gets his first 2 points coming off the bench. And once again, we have got ourselves just a very tight encounter here in Izmir. Owens now with a team high 12 points. In fact, that's a game high 12 points.
Hey, let's play one flash for Pony, okay? Regular flash, he seal here. Mommy, you come up and you watch for him, okay? We have this setup.
Clark with the 11 points for Besiktas. Stimats is doing a good job on the boards, as you can see. He's already got 7 rebounds, but he's only got 2 points. Strawberry scoring on that drive to tie it. And this was Summers dumping it off to Owens. That's where Owens is earning his living, just scoring right at the basket time and time again. He's a smart guy. He knows how to get his points, not surprisingly. Went to Phillips Exeter Academy, then went to Stanford. There's the Karsiyaka faithful. Beigel out of the doghouse and back into the game. Makes the inbounds pass. Karsiyaka up by just a single point. Beigel almost loses it. Panitka left open. Good! Well, there's nothing like being a little bit shaky, getting the ball across midcourt, and then having a guy like Panitka just drain a three-pointer. So he now has a game-high 13 points. Sipahi. Clark drives in, puts it up and in off the glass. And the pass from Beigel goes off the hands of Summers. Didn't look like it was that bad of a pass, to be honest. Let's have another look. A bounce pass. I just kind of, I mean, maybe threw it to his side a little bit, but might have expected Mr. Summers to catch that one. This is Panitka hitting that three-pointer, his second three-pointer of the game. So in the rebounding battle tonight, you see the individual rebounds, but overall, Besiktas well on top in that category, 17 to 10. And the 5 of 8 from three-point range for Pinar Karsiyaka.
Hey, we need to be more aggressive when El Clark is about to receive the ball. And when he turns, whoever is here, when he turns, you need to find the guy there. Not when he's on the layup. Then help doesn't help. Hey, if he gets time for offense, just isolation, okay? Everybody.
Well, you heard the coach. He wants to see him shut down Earl Clark. Veseloglu is still in the game. Veseloglu had that layup. Now Roll has it. going to go right at Brown, and then Brown pulled the rug out from under him. And Brown now charges back into Roll, so Roll gets one back on him. Second foul on Brown. Joe Strawberry asking for a technical foul to be called on Jacob and Brown, but that appeal is going to fall on deaf ears. And in fact, they have called a technical foul. So Michael Roll will go to the line. Can't mouth off to the refs. You disagree with the call? Don't be too vociferous. So an opportunity, and Michael Roll takes advantage to cut the deficit to just one. No big minutes here for Beigel. Karsiyaka have been up, but Besiktas have shown terrific fight, and they've got it back to one. Now Weems for three, and tried to bank it in right at the buzzer, but misses. So that's how it finishes, 41-40. And don't think that Weems ran the play that Saricho was asking for. Everybody looks unhappy as they go off the court. Markovic, 41-40. Karsiyaka on top of Besiktas. Nine of 14 inside the arc for Karsiyaka and 5 of 8 beyond it. 8 of 9 at the line, yet they only lead by a single point. And the reason why, well, there you have it. Look at that, 11 offensive rebounds for Besiktas. More opportunities. They've come up with 5 steals tonight. And that's, it's been, in my opinion, it's been far more impressive how Besiktas have been able to come back facing the adversity that you encounter here in Izmir with this crowd. But we've still got 20 more minutes of hell, if you will, to survive before the tie goes to Besiktas. So we're at halftime. It's Pinar Karsiyaka on top, 41-40 over Besiktas Sompo Japan. Well, what a game we have here in Izmir, Turkey in the Basketball Champions League, the playoff round of 16. Pinar Karsiyaka having won their playoff qualifier against Fraport Skyliners. They came from 10 points down in the first leg to win that one by 10 points. Here they are leading it 41-40 over Besiktas. But you have to wonder how long they can hold on, because they were up 22-13 at the end of the first quarter and playing like a runaway train. And lo and behold, Besiktas came storming back, shaved a lot of points off that deficit, 8 points off that deficit, outscoring Pinar Karsiyaka 27-19 in that second quarter. And they had all the momentum. So this first 5 minutes or so here of the second half will be pretty important. Haven't seen Şentürk out there yet for Karsiyaka. He might have a role to play in this one. We have seen Mohamed Baygul, the youngster, who's played very well this season. He's had some shaky moments, and maybe Markovic will go to Şentürk, but in any event, it's 41-40. Also going on tonight. Well, first of all, last night, let me remind you that AEK Athens edged Monaco 69-68. They beat the Rock, but that's only a 1-point lead that they're going to take back to Monaco. So you have to wonder about their chances. Monaco were very impressive last night, losing only by 1 in Greece. PAOK, they won by just 3 points over Bearstar Tenerife. You know that Tenerife can really turn it on, as you see Mike Green there, listening to Coach Markovic. EV Baskets, Oldenburg, and Banvit, well, they played in Germany, and that game finished 82-82. Also tonight, we've got Asvel, who won their group and got a ticket to the round of 16. They are on top of Eris, and that game is in Thessaloniki, Greece, at the Nick Gallis Arena. And you know what happened there in the playoff qualifiers? Eris won that playoff qualifying leg over Strasbourg by 19 points. So Asvel on top by 2, and showing what they're made of. So it's all very interesting. Also tonight, MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg going up at home against Neptunus Klaipėda. Dinamo Sassari will be at home against MSB Le Mans Sarth. And Umana Raya Venezia will be at home against Sidigas Avellino. So it's important to remember that effectively this is the first half of the tie. So the end result of this game, we're effectively at halftime of the tie. And the tie will then go to Istanbul, and Besiktas will be the home team. And man, I don't know about you, but that is a tasty matchup, especially if this one ends tight. These two teams, remember, have played already earlier this year. It was Pinar Karsiyaka winning it here in the league over Besiktas. Now Michael Roll starts things off on a roll and gives Besiktas their first lead of the game. And Michael Roll, you can only keep him down so long from a scoring standpoint. He has been helping the team in other ways tonight, and now he gets on the board. Baygul, guarded by Roll, and the pass, oh, what a quick pass from Panitka. And what have we got? A push or 3 seconds? Oh, travel. So 12 turnovers now against Pinar Karsiyaka. Strawberry, he's been solid. Pulls up, and the jump shot is good for DJ. The D stands for dazzle, and the J stands for those jams. He's always going up for those jams. Strawberry and jams, it goes well together, doesn't it? Now Mike Green. Panitka goes behind his back. Going to Strawberry, and boy, that was a quality little fadeaway. Panitka, 15 points. I'm just amazed at how he's progressed. He's really, for me, he was very impressive at Eurobasket 2015 in Montpellier for Poland. And he just seems to have been moving from strength to strength ever since. Now the offensive foul. Turns it back over to Pinar Karsiyaka. And the foul on DJ Strawberry. Raising those elbows. Green quickly inside to Owens, and he traveled, no doubt about that one. I'm not sure if he's upset with himself or if he's upset with somebody else. But one thing is for sure, everybody is upset with Pinar Karsiyaka. Even Markovic was upset. Roll goes behind his back and puts it up, and this time off target. But a foul on Owens, crashing the boards. So his second foul of the game. And we've already seen the refs call a technical, so you don't want to show him up anymore. Saw him call the technical on Brown, who's been ineffective tonight. Thompson. And the ball goes off of Pinar Karsiyaka. I thought Strawberry had hit it, and Panitka. Now he's a little bit frustrated. Look again. Well, I mean, it's a close call. You can't blame the refs on that one. Well, certainly from that angle it was close. Strawberry, he's got to get into shooting mode. Has he waited too long? Yes, he has. Shot clock violation. Well, there's one thing, look at the field goal percentage. Karsiyaka 65%. 47% for Besiktas, but Besiktas have the 1 point lead. One thing's for sure, this Izmir crowd is just going nuts. They haven't stopped. Baygul gets into no man's land, passes it back outside to Green, and he puts it up right at the buzzer. Right close to the buzzer. 45-44, Karsiyaka back in front. Thompson bounce past Steamats back outside. Strawberry wide open. Doesn't knock it down. And Panitka pushes it quickly. He's going to go all the way, and he's going to get fouled. Another look, and the foul called on Roll, although he got a lot of ball there. Second foul. And the first free throw is good from Panitka, who strangely just collected his first rebound, but he's got 16 points now. And second one is no good. And the pass knocked away. Now quickly into transition. Baygul hands it off, and Panitka draws the foul and gets the foul call. He makes the basket. He will go to the line. And Roll, 3 fouls. But how about Panitka? Knocks the ball away, first of all. Baygul has it, makes the right decision. And timeout called by Besiktas. And look at the scoring by quarter there. So Pinar Karsiyaka nosing back ahead, up by 4 here in the third quarter. Okay, look at the three-point shooting and inside the arc as well. And they're also talking about the foul situation with Strawberry. He said he's already got 3 fouls, but my stats say he only has 2. It's expectant, raucous crowd here in Izmir. Always a lot of fun to come to this part of the world and to watch basketball, and especially in this arena. The Karsiyaka Arena is always part of the experience. Roll. And Clark being defended by Dwan Summers, steps back, puts it up, and boy, that was a tough shot to take. And then Green is fouled as he tries to push it up the floor by Veseloglu. Weigel passes it back to Green. From the top of the key, and the former Butler Bulldog misses. Now Thompson bumped by Panitka. What was that? That was, I'm going to commit a foul to stop play. I mean, that's just not necessary. 5-point lead for Karsiyaka. Roll. Traveling called on Michael Roll. And he's talking to Stimats. I want you to go to this part of the floor. You pick, and then you roll. But I thought Stimats went to where he was supposed to be. Maybe Roll was wanting him to go to the other way, down the lane. Brown's going to come in, Roll's going to come out. So frustrating sequence for Michael Roll. And quickly in goes Green, and he draws the foul. Thompson, now he's got 3 fouls. So the foul's starting to accumulate here for Besiktas, as Pinar Karsiyaka suddenly looked like a different team. They were in a little bit of trouble at the end of the first half, and they seem to have returned to their first quarter form here. The lead has grown to 7, and the crowd is back in it. Thompson puts up a 3 off the back of the rim. Stimats goes back up, gets the foul as well, and goes to the line for a potential 3-point play. Josh Owens having to bite his tongue here. He doesn't want to say anything. Not too much contact there from Owens. In fact, I'm not sure there was. But it evens out. And Stimats gets it to fall. So big sequence there for Besiktas to kind of again stay within striking distance. Now back to 4 points. Brown for three. Still can't get going offensively. Weems with a rebound. Thompson. Over to Weems. Bounce pass to Stemats. And pushed by Owens. 3 fouls on Josh Owens. Well, Stemats has had some big games this year for Besiktas. Averaging 12.6 points, 9.1 rebounds per game. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And now another foul called against Brown. And, you know, I think Markovic just reading the situation. Brown has to take a seat. And maybe in this contest, that's the best thing because, you know, sometimes you just can't get it going. And he was called for holding on to Stemats, or Strawberry. Stemats as he was going past. Anyway, Stemats ends up at the line, makes the first. In fact, I think they've got the wrong man at the line because I thought it was Strawberry who got fouled. Anyway, Stemats follows up the miss, and Earl Clark has it. So it's back to a 3-point game. Weems puts up a 3. Stemats again. Sipahi gets it and gives it back to Strawberry. So in fact, they've changed it now in the official stats that I've got. And Stemats was indeed the guy who was fouled, and now he puts it up and in. And Stemats is starting to have himself a pretty nice little game here. 8 points, 10 rebounds. Vlad the lad. Guvan has checked into the game meanwhile. Panitka left his feet, not knowing where he's going to pass it. Ends up getting it back, but the shot clock violation. Doesn't get it off in time. So just when it started to look a little bit grim for Besiktas, a little worrying anyway, they've clawed it back to a 51-50 deficit. And Stemats has suddenly become the key man. Here he is setting the pick. And the three-pointer, no good from Strawberry. DeWine Summers with the rebound. Green inside, passes it back outside. And it's going to be Summers. Can't get it to fall. Stemats goes up for another rebound. Good job, Sipahi, pushing it. But traveling is the call on DJ Strawberry. 3:05 remaining in the third quarter. The referees know better than I do. I can't see it. Petway back in the game. He's got it out behind the arc. Holds on to it. Now gives it to Panitka. Panitka starts looking for space. Is he going to launch it? He's going to go in. And draws the foul. Well, you heard during one of the timeouts, Markovic saying, listen, guys, let's try to run this play, but if it's not there, isolation, just go. And Panitka just made up his mind with about 11 seconds on the shot clock. He was going to the basket. And he breaks the first one. Second one is good. They're back to a 2-point advantage. Remember, this is the first half of the playoff qualifier tie. The second half will be played at Besiktas. 2 40-minute games to decide who goes to the quarterfinals. So if this game ends knotted, say at 80-80, for example, or 75-75, that's how it'll end at the end of regulation. There will be no overtime. Brett Petway looks on as Stimac goes back to the free throw line and scores another one. And now you have to wonder, how has Stimac been able to take over the game? Well, Owens struggled to contain him. Petway's in. He's struggling against Stimac. Stimac just seems to own the third quarter. "12 points, 11 rebounds, and inside it goes, and Petway. Good find by Green. The 31-year-old Petway says, "Just get it to me, baby." Well, in fact, it was Clark on the foul. No doubt about it. Saw that fan behind the basket playing the part of the referee. So Petway. Clark has been quiet. Petway takes his time but misses, but he got the 2 and pushed the lead back to 2. 88% for Besiktas, 76% for Karsiyaka at the line. Now Clark is going to go right at Petway. Now he's going to pass it back out. Sipahi gives it to Strawberry. Strawberry goes in, gets his own rebound, doesn't control it. Ball goes out of bounds, and Besiktas will maintain possession. 1:56 to go in the third. Yeah, that ball, I think, went off of Panitka. Roll comes back into the game. Sipahi gets it to Weems, and Weems travels. Goulet now coming into the game for Strawberry. Murat-Can Goulet playing the last couple of minutes, presumably here of the third quarter. Karsiyaka still up at 62% from the floor. Green. Petway for 3. Sipahi back over to Stimac. Sipahi gets it over to Roll, and right off the bench, Michael Roll rolls one in again. And Sipahi fouls Green as he goes past. Second foul on Keenan Sipahi. These two teams will meet again this weekend. Only that game will be at Besiktas in Istanbul. I wonder if they'll travel together. I don't think so. Mike Green's played well, bends his knees, makes the first. He's got 13 points. And misses the second. So he is now 4 of 6 from the free throw line. 1 point game for Karsiyaka. Just what it was at halftime. Roll. Wings back to Sipahi. Weems open. Front rims it. Sipahi, offensive rebound, gives it over to Stimac, and Stimac puts it up and in. And Stimac, what a quarter. He's now got 12 points, 12 rebounds. 26 points in the paint for Besiktas. A lot of those Vladimir Stimac. Green, well, he just bossed Kenan Sipahi that time. 15 points for him. For the final 10 seconds, who's going to get it? I'm guessing Roll will get a shot. Nope, it's going to be Stimac, and why not? He puts it up and in. And that's how it finishes at the end of the third quarter. The Vladimir Stimac show. He now has 14 points, and Besiktas have a 1-point lead with 10 minutes remaining in the opening leg. See the shooting numbers. Karsiyaka at 70% inside the arc, yet they're losing. 29 rebounds for Besiktas. They are doubling up Karsiyaka on the boards. So Vladimir Stimac has become perhaps the central figure here. Sorry, he's got 14 points, 12 rebounds, and an efficiency rating of plus 22. There's Michael Thompson. Missing that one, but here's Stimac. I mean, Stimac has just been like a beast. He's been an absolute beast in this third quarter. He's just taken it over. And it's very interesting. Effectively 3/8, 30 minutes of the 80 minutes that are going to be played between these two teams have been played. So there's a long way to go, but look at that. Already a double-double. Lad, go home and put your feet up. You've had a good night's work. And I'm guessing if I was to reach, I'd still have him out there. But maybe he knows an adjustment is coming from Pinar Karsiyaka. That's Panitka. He was certainly kind of carrying Pinar Karsiyaka there for a while. Panitka with a game-high 20 points. And as we start the fourth quarter here, you've got Sipahi still on the court for Besiktas, and nice block there from Güler, and quickly Sipahi hands it off to Weems, who draws the foul from Muhammad Baygul. And you really had to like how Sipahi got out on the break that time and led the way. And great defense there from Güler, but look at Sipahi handing it off to Weems and gets him in position. Sipahi already has 6 assists. And Weems misses the free throw. But Sipahi actually played for Pinar Karsiyaka last season. So he's come out and given a good account of himself, kind of quietly here against these fans that used to root for him. I'm sure they probably root for him when he puts on the Turkey jersey. But oh no, they're not rooting for him tonight. And again, I think Sipahi, or is it Shanley? Shanley. I thought Sipahi might have gotten a foul. So Shanley picks up his second. Watch Sipahi there. I would have thought that was a foul. But instead they called it on Shanley. Little shake. Now over to Green. Green gets inside, passes it back, shot clock winding down. Somebody's got to put it up. Baygul bricks it. Now off to Roll. And Sipahi looks over at Coach, and Coach says, take your time, Keenan. Look at the three-point shooting for these teams. Roll, gets inside, and Gouler comes in and makes another play, gets the rebound. Gouler again, hands it off to Sipahi. He gets it inside to Shanley, and the SWAT team is Summers, but instead a foul is called on Summers. And Shanley is going to get a couple of free throws. Watch this. Boy, he was sandwiched. And yeah, he got him on the right arm just as he was releasing it. Watch this. Valuable minutes. These reserves for Besiktas playing good minutes tonight. Shanley gets the first one to fall. This is his first point of the game. And he gives Besiktas their biggest lead of the game. 3 points, but only makes one of two. Now, at the line tonight, Besiktas have done a good job. They're now 10 of 13. Weems picks up the foul, 8.5 minutes remaining. And he kind of bumps Green out of bounds. So we've got timeout on the floor. Markovic wants to talk things over here. Four fouls on Summers, 4 for Brown. So that last foul on Summers was a big one. Beigel and Owens each with 3.
Always double guard to stay in this kind of press, so they have pass. Big guy flush.
Nobody for Besiktas has 4 fouls. But 3 players, Roll, Strawberry, and Weems each have 3 fouls. That's the scoring by quarter scoring. Look at Panitka. This is where he got open earlier, and things were a little bit helter-skelter, and he just took his time, drilled one of his 3-pointers that he's made tonight. In fact, he's taken 2 threes, and he's hit both of them. And he hasn't missed a shot, Panitka. Can you believe that? He is a perfect 7 of 7 from the floor. The only place where he's missed a shot has been at the free throw line, where he's 4 of 6. Look at that. That's some impressive shooting by Panitka. And really, from a Besiktas standpoint, when you consider they have 17 offensive rebounds, and Besiktas have 15 overall. Pinar Karsiyaka have 15 overall. That tells you a story, doesn't it? That's why Besiktas, even though they've got that lower shooting percentage, are leading the game right now. And Roll is back in the game. Sipahi tried to bank it in. Panitka gets a rebound. Green over to Panitka, inside to Owens, and Owens gets the foul. 7:58 to go. And Weems with a disconsolate look. And indeed, he kind of slid in there maybe a little too late. And barged into barged into Owens. So Weems with 4 fouls, but Owens not able to take advantage. Misses the first one. Misses both. Free throw shooting percentages dropping a little bit for both teams here in the 4th quarter. Shanley posting up Panitka, but decides to pass it back out to Gouler for 3. And back irons it, but Shanley just reaches over Panitka, but then he turns it over. Owens in the open floor. Oh, he gets rejected by Guler. Guler is on the SWAT team. Who would have thought? I didn't see that coming. Quick hands. Muratcan Guler, and his reward is to come out of the game. Coach, leave me in. Look at this. He hustles back. And Owens can't quite believe it. Another foul called. And that is now 4 on him. So we got 4 on Weems, 4 on Roll. Says I'm just standing like this. Oh, no, come on, Michael. You made a little bit of contact there. Markovic wants to have a word with the referee. What are we talking about? The shot clock? Eris, meanwhile, have gone on top 46-39 over Asvel in their game. They're midway, coming up on the halfway point of the third quarter, midway through the third. And Veseloglu has come back into the game. So he's guarding Panitka. Strawberry gets the hands up in front of Jacob and Brown, who, with 4 fouls, is hoping to come in and make some type of impact. Jacob and Brown has already been teed up once tonight by the referee, and now he's chirping at the ref. Owens over to Brown. Ooh, he came close there, Brown, to picking up the 5th. Panitka, and is able to get it up right at the end of the shot clock. So nice recognition of the situation there by Panitka, and he now has 22 points and continues to be perfect from the floor. Look at that. And that one even looked like it was not even going to be on target the way he released it. Hit the rim, but he put just the right amount of English on it. This is the Basketball Champions League. It's the playoff round of 16. And you see the 3 blocks for Karsiyaka, 2 for Besiktas. This is the first leg of the round of 16 tie. And Veseloglu misses from long range. Now Brown has it, and Pinar Karsiyaka can go back in front. Brown gets it to Owens, goes up with the left hand, follows up his own miss, puts it back up, misses again. Now Weems, oh, he leads beautifully. Strawberry, who goes up and draws the foul on Brown, and that'll be it for Brown. Brown will have to sit down. Or was it on Green? Maybe I was wrong on that one. So Mike Green picked up the foul. He hustled back to play D. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, Jake Hoven. And really in that situation, that's not a bad foul as long as you don't hurt Strawberry, because you'd rather him go to the line and earn it, which he doesn't. So it turns out to be a good foul. And he gets the second one to go, 6.5 minutes remaining. And what can only be described as a intense first leg here between these two teams. 2-point lead for Besiktas. Bounce past Brown, Owens, Green gets it over to Panitka for 3, and finally perfection ends from the field for Panitka. He had hit all his shots from the floor before that. And now Strawberry pulls it out and says, guys, we're in no rush. Let's take a little bit of time off the clock. Clark quickly to Stimats. And he draws the foul, and that foul is on Owens. And you know what that means. Owens, he's got 4 fouls. So he joins the, he's really in foul trouble. Petway is going to come back into the game. And Stimats gets it to go. 15 points, 12 rebounds for the Serbia international. And he's been pretty good from the floor as well. 5 of 6 from the floor. But now he is 6 of 8 from the line. But Besiktas with a 3-point lead. 18-8 run. Crucial here for Besiktas. And Green does a good job of managing the contact and then getting into the shooting motion and drawing the foul. So Thompson raises his hand to say he's got the foul. Here it is again, watch. Yeah, that's a good call, especially as you lower your arms. Green upset with himself for not making the shot. Now Petway comes in. Well, Green's been, other than Panitka, probably the most important player tonight for Pinar Karsiyaka. And he sinks both. So his numbers keep going up and up. Strawberry. Vesiloglu now. 7 on the shot clock. Stimats turns, goes baseline. Thompson has it over to Strawberry. That's going to be off. And Vesiloglu gets the offensive rebound. And Clark hands it off to Thompson, a new 14. Clark over to Strawberry, goes in, puts it up, and denied by Petway. Now Green over to Panitka and to Brown. Karsiyaka, Petway, beautiful pass, and Summers goes in. He's fouled by Strawberry and earns the trip to the line. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. He got him good. Look at this. He says, you're going to earn it, Dewan. And Summers was doing the right thing there. He was going to try to dunk that ball, but Strawberry just came from behind and said, you're not dunking this. That's 4 fouls on Strawberry, though. And Summers takes his time and ties it. .4 points per game, only 6 today. But he's still got more than 4.5 minutes to go. Summers is the type of player who can get hot. But the question is, can he get open? Clark. Jump shot, short. Boy, he's been anonymous in the second half, Clark. He has been nowhere to be found. Just hasn't really been in the game. Brown. Back to Green, wide open, good! The 3-pointer, and Pinar Karsiyaka back on top by 4 points. He was wide open, and Vesiloglu tried to get in his way, and Sarica just says, goodness me. So Besiktas called the timeout, and they now are right on the back foot again, down by 4 points. Stimac leading the way with Besiktas. Clark does have 13 points, and Strawberry 12. But I think they need Clark to be far more influential.
When they had the ball here and they look to pass the ball in front, and this guy ready with the pass. Hey, listen, in offense, forward.
Oh, what an atmosphere, eh? The Karsiyaka Arena in Izmir. And these Pinar Karsiyaka fans are about as passionate as they come in Turkish basketball. They love their team. They love the occasion. Markovic suddenly has a more, okay, I can go with this look. We're up by 4 points. We got a chance to open up an even bigger lead. Well, they really want to try to get a bigger lead to take the Besiktas, take back to Istanbul for the second leg. Stimac has Beigel on him. Beigel back in the game. And Clark turns it over. Green has it, gives it to Brown. Brown up ahead to Beigel, passes it back outside to Green. Brown takes a long three, well short. Thompson. Entry pass to Vesiloglu, goes up with the left hand and gets it to go. Draws the foul in the process. Talk about X factor. He's been good tonight. And Mohamed Beigel goes to the bench with his fourth foul. But Vesiloglu unable to take full advantage. Almost an opportunity there for Besiktas to get the rebound. Saw Mike Green riding Stimac on his back end. Dwan Summers drives in and misses. And Vesiloglu with the rebound. And now the steal by Mike Green and the foul on Earl Clark. So Mike Green will go to the line. Remember, the end of this game, that score will be it will not go to overtime. So whatever the score is at the end of regulation, that will be the first leg score, and we will be effectively at halftime of this tie. The second half will be played in Istanbul next week. And right now it's Karsiyaka being led by Green and Stimac. Green now with 22 points. Vesiloglu to Stimac, puts it up, and oh, he gets it to fall. Boy, what a game. What a game for Stimac. Brown over to Green. Good! Goodness me, he has taken over offensively now. 25 points. He hit a three from that very spot earlier in this half. And the charge called on Michael Thompson. And just out of control, Thompson trying to get something going. He picks up his 5th foul, so he'll have to take a seat. And no surprise there, Mike Green draws the charge. Vesiloglu also goes out of the game. So Sipahi back in. Strawberry back in. Michael Roll in the game. Here, Jacob Brown goes behind his back, tries to hand it off. Good work from Earl Clark defensively there to knock it out of bounds. It's interesting, isn't it? Besiktas seem like they're in control, but they're in danger here of facing a very uncomfortable first leg deficit. They have got to give it all here in the last couple of minutes. Petway gives it to Jacob Brown. Petway into the corner. What a pass. Shot clock winding down. Panitka gets it off just in time and misses. And the ball goes over to Besiktas. Every single point in these types of situations matters. Doesn't matter you're up 5, 10, whatever. You want to get as much as you can because it's only going to be at halftime, remember, of the tie. Clark turns, puts it up, and the shooting gods do not smile on Earl Clark. That ball looked like it was on its way down and it came out. Now Green. This is his spot right here. Brown. Over to Petway. Open Panitka. And again, Panitka misses. He's cooled off a little bit. And the referee decides we got a little bit of moisture on the floor. Let's dry the floor. Look at Clark. This thing is on its way down. Watch this. Look at that. It's in there. Stay down. But it comes out. One more time. Oh! He can't believe that didn't go down. Less than a minute remaining here in the first leg. Pinar Karsiyaka up 5. Michael Roll brings it up the floor. Stemats in the lane, asks for it. He's going to try to post up Green. And Jacob Brown was going to come over to help, but Mike Green picks up another foul. That's how he's picked up his fouls tonight, playing defense in that low post. And he says, no. Watch this. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, but that is a foul. He's kind of like nudging him with his left arm and then reaching around. And you're giving the referee a chance to call it. Stemats goes to the line and misses the first. Boy, it's nervous time here for Besiktas. %33% today, Stemats from the floor, or excuse me, on the season. And look at that. Tonight, he has been excellent. So, the second one falls, and it's a 4-point deficit. And Markovic wants to draw up the final play here. Well, draw up the plays for the final minute. See the foul trouble. And that is the total there, 71-67. I'll tell you how crazy these ties are, though. Dinamo Sassari in the playoff qualifiers won by 22 points at home over Ches Nimburg. So they took a 22-point lead to the Czech Republic for the second leg. And you know what happened? The Ches Nimburg ended up taking a lead in the second leg of 31 points. And ultimately, Dinamo Sassari made enough plays down the stretch, and they shaved the deficit the margin of victory, rather, Chesnenberg back to 21 points, and they advanced instead. So that's kind of what you're talking about. You want to try to get as many points as possible because you can never have enough. Jacob and Brown inbounds it to Green, and he's they're quite content to take some time off the clock here. They're up 4. Green telling his guys to get into the right position. Jacob and Brown back to a wide open Summers. Good! Execution to perfection. That's why you call a timeout. Certainly Mike Green had to get him into position in the end, but once he did, boy, they looked good. Summers did exactly what he was supposed to do, which was drill it. And now that lead is 7 points. And if they can get a stop, they'll look to pad that lead even more. It was crazy. These two teams playing each other 3 times in the space of a week. They'll play this weekend, then they'll play the second leg next week. See the foul trouble now. Thompson fouled out a while ago, but you've also got some other players on 4 fouls. Pinar Karsiyaka, that was their 8th three-pointer of the game, and really that's been the huge difference for them, whereas the rebounding totals and the interior game for Besiktas has been the difference for them. They've got 41 rebounds, and Pinar Karsiyaka just 24 rebounds. Yet Pinar Karsiyaka now with a 7-point lead. And that's how important the three-point shot can be sometimes. You can see Markovic telling the referees, if they score, I want a timeout. He wants to draw up another play. Kyle Weems, they find Steamats quickly, and he just dunks it away. Well, that was easy. So both coaches doing the good job of using their timeouts to design some plays to get some points. And Steamats obliges. So Steamats now 20 points, 13 rebounds, plus 28 efficiency. Not a bad night at the office. Look at that, 18 points off turnovers for Pinar Karsiyaka, 12 for Besiktas. Second chance points, Besiktas, 18 to 7 for Pinar Karsiyaka. So that's where the rebounding, the offensive rebounding comes into play. Besiktas tonight have got 19 of their 41 rebounds coming on the offensive glass. So I'm guessing that Pinar Karsiyaka will try to hold on to it until maybe 5 seconds or so and launch one and maybe crash the boards, or will they get back and play D and try to prevent another shot from Besiktas? Look at that. Brown getting some love from the fans after a tough game. Gets it to, give and go to Brown, and Brown draws the foul. And that's it. Strawberry's going to have to take a seat. That's number 5. No, Clark. Clark picked it up, so they dodged the bullet. He's got 4 fouls. Yeah, Strawberry got him clean from behind, but the foul was on Clark. So that takes it now back to a 6-point lead. The second one, however, is no good. Clark rebounds it, hands it off to Roll. Sharicha says, hold on, let's take the last shot here. We're down 6. Let's try to get a 3 here, perhaps, like Tenerife did last night at Pauk. Roll, entry pass, and the foul called on Brown, so he's fouled out of the game with 3.9 seconds remaining. Well, they got the mismatches. If you're going to get the two, take the two. So Clark at the line, and gosh, misses another one. Besiktas now below 64%. They're now 13 of 21 at the line. And Clark is 1 of 3 at the charity stripe tonight. Look at his totals. Scoring totals is right on the money, 14 points. So they got 3.9 seconds. Will they get another basket? Here we go. Summers has it knocked away. And that is how it's going to finish, 75-70. And the coaches and the players have given us a real fun game to watch here. But in the end, there can only be one winner in this game, and it was Pinar Karsiyaka. However, remember, you got to consider the 75-70 score is really a halftime score in the tie. The second leg will be played next week in Istanbul. So Karsiyaka 8 of 19 from three-point range, just 2 of 16 from 3 from deep for Besiktas. Both teams shot it well inside the arc as well. Besiktas really dominated the glass tonight. 19 of their rebounds coming on the offensive boards, and that gave them a lot of second chance points. 18 turnovers for Besiktas in the end, 15 for Karsiyaka. And Sarica says thank you to the crowd as he walks off the court. 25 points from Green led Karsiyaka. 20 points for Stimats, and also those 13 rebounds led Besiktas. Green was outstanding overall, wasn't he? He had 3 steals. Well, they gave Clark a hard time, but he did finish with team high 2 steals for Besiktas. Also had the 14 points. And Strawberry, as usual, had a good game, 12 points. Well, I say a good game. He didn't shoot it that well. Just 4-14 from the floor and 1 of 6 from deep. So we'll look at some of the highlights. And look at this. This is, you got to love it when the clubs, with the players bond with the fans. We see it all over the Basketball Champions League. Moments like this. And that, my friends, is what you call a connection. Dewan Summers goes back out to join the Karsiyaka faithful as they get ready to walk off the court. And that young man obviously knows Mr. Summers. I dare say it's probably his son. He's like, I'll be with you in a minute, son. We'll go practice. Look at that. You got to love it. You got to love it. Shintrick says, come on, Dewan. We got to go to the changing room. Got to go to the locker room to get the team talk. So as the fans pile out, they'll have a lot of highlight reel plays to savor tonight. A lot of moments in this first leg here against Besiktas. It was a whale of a game. We saw both teams take the lead. Here's some of the highlights. Green was just outstanding. There. Caught that pass from Beigel, put it up from the line. Here's Panitka. Boy, he was tough tonight. Little turnaround jumper. You know, Panitka ended up with 22 points. Not a bad night for him. 8 of 11 from the floor. 2 of 4 from deep. And Stimats was really the story in the second half for Besiktas, especially in the third quarter. He really played well, helped them come back and take the lead. He had 20 points and 13 rebounds overall. Now, that was a great pass inside, and Petway got the basket, but he missed the free throw. Michael Roll came in, and usual solid game from him tonight. Didn't score as many points probably as he would have expected, 7 points, but he also had the 3 rebounds, a couple of important steals, especially early in the game, which kind of stopped the momentum of Pinar Karsiyaka. Look at the hustle from Goulet coming off the bench. You never know what's going to happen from those bench guys, do you? Owens thought he was going to have an easy 2 here. Mike Green was just money in the bank tonight, wasn't he? And that was his favorite spot. Mike Green was 3 of 5 from three-point range. Vesiloglu had an important role off the bench tonight for Besiktas. He only had 4 points, but he played just under 10 minutes. And he also had 3 rebounds and an assist. Vesiloglu here makes the pass to Cimac, who somehow, some way, got that ball to go in. Looked like he was going to be blocked. Watch this. Once again with Panitka right on him, and then coming from the other side with Mike Green. And that was one of the big shots late in the contest. The last one, in fact, Summers, off that play that was designed in the huddle. So the final score here in the first leg, Pinar Karsiyaka 75-70 over Besiktas. They'll play in the game in the Turkish League this weekend. And more importantly, in the Basketball Champions League, Besiktas will be at home in Istanbul for the second leg. Plenty of action coming your way the rest of the night. We hope you tune in, and also next week. Thanks for watching.